With almost £5,000 of new Lego sets due to release in August alone, it's pretty clear we all need to be heading into next month with a plan if we're going to avoid being financially ruined. So in this video, I'm going to attempt to put together a wish list from all of the sets that are due to release in August, get an idea of how much I would actually want to spend in an ideal world, and then divide it in half and divide it in half again and divide it in half again and trying to get it down to a point where I have an affordable, sensible wish list and bring you along with me as I make some very tough decisions. It's a process I suggest we all go through, because if you head to lego.com or the Lego store on the 1st of August without a plan, just don't take your credit card is what I'm saying, because we all know we shouldn't be getting into debt to pay for Lego. Before we get into that though, if you are going through this process as well, or just getting started on planning your August shopping or any other Lego shopping for that matter, I'd really appreciate you doing that shopping via our affiliate link at blockpartyuk.shop. It takes you straight through to the Lego store. You can buy all the same stuff. It doesn't cost you anything more to do, but it does help support the channel. And I massively appreciate those of you who already do your Lego shopping that way. It's a big help. But with that being said, let's come up with that plan. And I've got a slight head start on the plan because, as you can see, I have put together a wish list of every set that is being released in August. 64 by my count that add up to just under £5,000. You can only actually put 30 sets in a wish list. So it's August releases 2, August releases 3. I did try and just find a way on the Lego website to just show you everything that was coming, but the Lego website, as ever, is a nightmare to try and navigate. If you go by new, it shows you a mix of upcoming and older stuff. If you go on coming soon, it only shows the stuff that's not yet available for pre-order. There is no way on the Lego website to just get a list of everything that's coming out. So I've literally had to go through it theme by theme to put together this wish list. Lego, if you do nothing else for the rest of the year, even before you lower maybe not before you lower the prices, after you've lowered all the prices for us, if you could just make it a little bit easier for us to see what's coming soon, that would be super duper. But I have got my list, so I'm just going to go through my list and basically decide for each one of these sets whether or not it's something I actually want to buy. And straight away, looking at this, the One Piece stuff looks cool. I still haven't seen it on Netflix. I'm deliberately not going to watch it. I can ignore all the One Piece stuff, even though some of it does look cool. That being said, I can't do the same thing when it comes to Animal Crossing. I've got every Animal Crossing Lego I've made so far. That is not going to be changing anytime soon. So we are going to be adding all of the Animal Crossing sets to my wish list. So that's the Goldie's Cozy House, Blather's Museum, and the Creative Houses Seasons of Fun. These are some expensive Animal Crossing sets this time. This is not a good start. Also going to have to add Neuschwanstein Castle, not for me, but for Anna. We've actually already pre-ordered this one. I'm already breaking my own rules, but I know Anna's going to want it and she's going to build it on stream and it is going to look awesome. So Neuschwanstein Castle goes on and has to stay on no matter what happens because, like I say, it's already been ordered. I've also had a text message from Anna saying, "Oh, look at this mini bonsai tree thing, isn't that?" So yeah, she's definitely going to be getting this as well, I imagine. And then, as much as I like the majestic rhino and the beautiful horse and the tropical toucan, I already know this is going to be an expensive month, so I'm not adding them to this list. If it was a money is no object list, which it's not, but if it was, if we won the lottery, obviously I'd get those 3 as well, but I'll just have to pick them up later. That being said, I can't ignore all of the Creator 3-in-1 sets and have to add the medieval horse knight castle to my list because I do love me a castle. And on that note, I also love the new Haunted Mansion. I've just built the Haunted House from the Fairground collection from a few years ago. I want the Haunted Mansion to add to my collection, not necessarily for the Haunted Mansion element of it, but I want the ghost train. I want the ghost ship. There's definitely a scenario where before Halloween this year, I buy more than one of these. In August, we'll settle for just one though, shall we? And then likewise, the Halloween wreath, the Altar of the Dead, the Jack-o'-lantern pickup truck. These are all sets that I'll want before Halloween. I don't need to be buying them in the middle of summer though. I do want to get the arcade machine though, so get that one on the list. And then we get into Marvel, and I need to be selective here. I don't really like the busts, and I don't really like buildable figures and stuff like that. I do really want the Spider-Man Oscorp building though. It's compatible with the Spider-Verse set, the Miles Morales one from earlier in the year, and the new Peter Parker apartment. I want them all. And yeah, that one goes on the list. It's expensive though, isn't it? But I don't need these ones. The Creator 3-in-1 retro telephone can wait for now as well. Batmobiles can't wait. Get the Batmobile on the list. That's cool, but overpriced, and I'm not really into Fortnite. But this subway train is brilliant. And the best thing about it is that it is actually like Lego train track compatible. There'll be a rebrickable in no time for motorizing this, and the idea of having a literal Spider-Man scene just moving around my city on train tracks motorized, I can't resist that. That goes on the list. As does Peter Parker's apartment. I've already got the Miles Morales one. I've already put the Oscorp building on the list. This is compatible with that as well. It has to go on. But I think I can probably avoid getting yet another Quinjet, and I'm not into the Technic vehicles, so thankfully they don't need to go anywhere near my list. And that's it for Wishlist 1. We move into part 2. And we have more of the One Piece stuff, which again, I love the look of the pirate ship and the floating restaurant. Don't need either of them. There is a very good chance before the end of the year I watch One Piece on Netflix. And when I do, I'm probably going to want to at least get those 2 sets. But for now, I can pretend they don't exist, along with the rest of the One Piece range. I'm saved from those. I'm not into the Sonic stuff, so don't need to add that. Do need to add every speed champion, because I currently have every currently available speed champion. I have my speed champions wall in the Lego room, and I need to keep it up to date, and I've got to get my speed champions. They're great to build on stream as well. And I also have to demonstrate to Lego that I am fully in support of a non-F1 speed champions wave, so got to get them all. And I fully understand the correct thing to do there is actually wait 3 months until they're 15 quid in B&M. I'm a child. And on that note, I'm not even into Star Wars, but I need this cute furry guy. I definitely am a child. What I don't need, though, is all the rest of this Star Wars stuff. So, again, very thankful that I'm not into Star Wars and get to avoid the very expensive, very overpriced Star Wars wave that's coming out. Probably shouldn't get Wicket out of protest, although, to be fair, Price Rise is the only one of the entire wave that isn't massively overpriced. So maybe ignoring the rest of them and buying him helps send the message to Lego that they're charging too much for the others. Another speed champion needs to go on the list though, so get that one on. And you know what? I know this is going to be the first thing that I remove from the list because I just shouldn't, but oh, goodness me, do I want that. It's so cool. And then on to the final list. There's just a couple on here that I want for the ones that were announced a little later in the month. We've got the previous 2 Transformers, so definitely want Soundwave. And even though it's not as good as the original Lego Ideas submission, and it's removed the beach, and it's expensive, I really want the Italian Riviera. I just think it looks so cool. So that has to go on the list as well. All of which means in an ideal world, and this isn't even a money's no object world, I already talked about that. So just in a, I'm trying to make a sensible list kind of world, it's still a £2,000 list. I do not have £2,000 to spend on Lego. We need to immediately cut this in half, get it down to £1,000 and see what it looks like. And there are a couple of easy removals. Firstly, we've got to get this excavator off. It goes in the same category as the big crane from a few years ago. I want it, but I will never get it. It's just too expensive. It's too big. I don't know what I'd do with it once I owned it. So that gets us a third of the way there. And then I'm looking, and oh my word, it's already hard. This is a problem because it is already difficult. Right. I think I can wait to get Soundwave. I'm not massively into Transformers. I just think it's cool and we've got the other ones, but I think we can wait. Yikes. I've got to wait for Wicket. I think he's cool. I got to wait. We're still not down to 1,000. We might. I'm going to get rid of the 2 Spider-Man sets. Yes, I've already got the Miles Morales one, but I've already built a Peter Parker's apartment as part of it. And this is mega overpriced. £120 for 800 pieces. It'll be under £100 before Christmas. I think I can wait for it. So if we take both of those off, we're still not under 1,000. Yikes. I mean, do we just say this is my wish list and not Anna's and remove the two that are for Anna? I think we do. We're making my wish list. Anna wants these two. I don't. This is my wish list. So that gets us down to 900. We're a little bit closer. It's still way more money than I've got. I haven't got £1,000 to spend for the 1st of August. We've just had a very expensive June. I don't need to explain why. I'm a normal human being. Of course, I don't have £1,000 to spend on Lego. We need to get this below £500. Does anyone know how I do that? I mean, I've got to. Right. The Italian Riviera is going in the city. That has to stay on. It's also a Lego exclusive, so it's not going to go on sale anytime soon. If I don't get that now, I'm not getting that this year. And I want it this year, so I may as well get it now. There's also rumours there's going to be an exclusive gift with purchase with it when it comes out a little bit later in the month. I think that has to be on the list. But everything, right, let's get these Speed Champions off. Let's try and be sensible. Speed Champions will be cheaper in Smiths, in B&M. They'll be available everywhere, and they'll certainly be below £18 before long. They'll be below £15 before long. And I think the same thing applies to the Animal Crossing sets. As much as I've got all of the previous ones, I've not even built them all yet because I'm saving them for when I do an Animal Crossing Island. And I'm not going to do that now. It's a long-term plan. And there were a lot of Animal Crossing sets discounted as part of the recent sale. And these two are expensive. So I think we can wait for them as well. So let's take Animal Crossing sets off. I've just taken the wrong thing off. I've just lost my castle. Hold on. I need to get my castle back on because that's definitely on the list. Get the castle back on. So that's got us down to 600. We still need to get below 500. Oh, it's so hard. I literally have a collection of Batmobiles that I want to add that guy to. I want that running around the city. I don't think we need the arcade now. So that goes. We're still not below 500. One of these has got to go. That's for the city. That's for my Batman collection. That's going to be awesome. I think we take this off because I've just built the haunted house and it's not Halloween yet. The one danger of doing that is it might sell out before Halloween and then I won't have it. No, it's gone. And that gets us below 500, which is a lot more sensible. I still don't know. I need to do some proper maths and some proper budgeting. I might not even have £500 to spend. But if I had to get this below 250, I think the set I'd remove would be the Italian Riviera. So I think I am safe going to the Lego store on the 1st and buying these three, the only three that will be in there, because that one's not out till the 10th. I think it's the 7th or the 8th for insiders, but it's basically a week later. So I think my plan is I go to the Lego store on the 1st, I buy the medieval Horse Knight Castle, the Batmobile, and the Spider-Man train. That total comes to just under 250. So it'll qualify me for any gift with purchase that we might have. And then if I can afford it a week later, drop another 250 on the Italian Riviera and then call it there for August. And then the rest just go on to a one day when it's cheap, when we find it on a deal, we'll grab list, of which I have several of those lists. I'm not happy that with 64 sets releasing, at most I'm going to end up with 4 of them. And I probably will pick up some extra ones because we'll get them for content. But I'm trying to be a normal human here, and I think this is my list. But I'm not sure I'm happy with it, and we still have nearly 2 weeks before I have to make a final decision, and I suggest it will change multiple more times before we get there. Let me know down in the comments what your budget is and what your list is, and how many times you've gone through the process. I'm genuinely interested in how other people go through this process, because Anna fascinates me, because she'll literally go to the Lego store on the 1st. She won't know what's coming, and she'll just pick up the ones she likes to look of there and then, and like decide her budget there and then. My brain can't. I need spreadsheets and I need them now, but I don't know if I'm happy with this iteration. Let me know your thoughts. If you've enjoyed that video, if you want to see me do more stuff like this, I've done this before. If it's something you want to see me do on a regular basis, let me know. I'm still not really sure how this kind of video comes across. It seemed to go down quite well last time, but it might have been the novelty of it. If you do like watching me go through this process, let me know. Otherwise, I can just carry on agonizing about these things off camera. But yeah, If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on. If you want to see that full list of all the sets that are coming out in August, I have already made a video listing those. I'll link to that down below as well. And thank you very much for watching.